Hello, good afternoon or good evening, Veronica. Good evening, Veronica.
Good evening. Sorry for being late. Just I tried to connect everything. It takes time, and internet is very slow. That's why it takes time.
Oh, no problem. By the way, my name is Samuel Kodia. I'm the host for NK97 TV on social media, Facebook Live, and YouTube also. We go there, Instagram, everything, every social media platform, we are there. I'm so privileged to have an encounter with you this evening and this afternoon in America. How are you doing?
I'm fine. We're still very optimistic, and I can say we have already many jokes connected with war, and we try to support each other a lot, and we believe in our victory, and we feel very strong and very united, really. Both civil people, women, men, and army people, we help each other, we volunteer a lot, we invest our money. My friends all over the world, Ukrainian friends who live in the United States, they donate themselves. They also explain people the situation, and they also donate, help how they can. So it's really something great that is happening. It's big tragedy, it's catastrophe from one side, but it's big opportunity and big pride that I feel for my country from the other hand.
Yeah, by the way,
we're making history now, I can say.
Okay. Thank you very much. Is it possible you can give us a little background about yourself if there's time for that?
Yes, sure. My name is Veronica Kotova. I'm from Ukraine. I'm an attorney at law. I live in Mykolaiv. It is a city located in the south of Ukraine, not far from Odessa and Kherson, not far from Crimea region, for understanding. That's why now we have very strong attacks of Russian orcs. We call them now Russian orcs, not Russian soldiers, not Russian army, but Russian orcs, like from Tolkien, Master of Kings. They were orcs, Mordor. So now we call Russia Mordor, and now we call their army orcs because they really behave themselves like they're from Middle Ages, even just from some awful story. So many Russian orcs are attacking us from the Crimea, and my region is located in the south, close to Crimea territory. So now we are fighting with them. And Kherson, it is very close to my city. My city is next. Now is taking attack. They are already inside of the city, and according to my information, there are also some air attacks from air. We're waiting for information now what is going on in the city.
Oh, okay. Thank you very, very much, Veronica. Do you still have your family, in Ukraine?
Yes, it was my family united decision to stay in Ukraine and to fight. I have my youngest brother, his wife here, and my mom and dad. We're all in Mykolaiv. My father and my brother, they registered in local defense, and all men who even not all of them are young, after 60 years old. Also, they are in local defenses in each city of Ukraine to help army and also to control the order inside of the city. And women help a lot with logistics. We buy products to our soldiers. We collect money, as I told you before. We buy everything army needs in our local district so that it works more efficiently. So it's like that. Yes, it was my family decision to stay. I can say that some of my friends, they ran away, but it was the first day when Russia started bombing. It happened on the 24th of February at 5 a.m. It happened in my city also. They started bombing airport in my city, and I woke up from this strong bombs sounds. And yes, some people, especially women with kids, they ran away to Moldova, to Romania, to Bulgaria, or to western part of Ukraine just to feel more secure. And men stayed because we have general mobilization now. Some men between 18 till 60 years old, so they are not allowed to leave territory of Ukraine because we have general mobilization.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. I would just want to find out what really caused this problem, this kind of war between Ukraine and Russia. What is the history behind this kind of issue that is going on?
Yes, I express my personal opinion, and I think it is a general opinion of full Ukrainians. I know that my friends from other countries, they don't really understand the background. I try to express in simple words. I think it comes from Soviet Union times and also from ill mind of Vladimir Putin, who decided to renovate Soviet Union. And now for sure, according to his behavior, he's ill person. Because a normal person can't do things like that.
Does it need a reunion of Soviet Union?
According to his actions, it is his idea. That's why he decided that he can join Belarus, Ukraine at least, and start with Ukraine to join it to Russia. He rules Russia for 20 years. He has. It's not tyranny, but really close to this, because people are like zombie in Russia. They have no rights. It is obvious they can't express their thoughts freely because they are present on TV. They have zombie information, and if you heard, he had this idea for a long time. And on 2014, when Ukraine decided to join European Union, we had a revolution of freedom, and many people also died and were killed. And during this revolution, our president, who was controlled by Putin, this time he firstly told that yes, we are going to European Union, but then suddenly in one day he changed his mind and told, no, we will not go. And people started with peaceful protests. The students started with peaceful protests that we want to be in European Union. And our president, ex-president, his name was Yanukovych, started to shoot people on demonstration, and it became really something crazy. Many people were killed. But still, in the end of these protests, all Ukraine started to protect this idea, and he ran away to Rostov-na-Donu, to Russia. Our ex-president, he just ran away. And after that, Putin came to Crimea, and he just annexed our territory. This time, I can say that, yes, Ukraine was, after Soviet Union, controlled by Russia, not only financially, but also many many people were in governmental positions, and they controlled even some security forces. They are too much involved in our system. But they never reported truth to Vladimir Putin, and all this time, he really thought that some Russian people in Ukraine, they really want him to come and join them to Russia. I can say that really Ukraine is a multinational country, and before it was divided to Russian speakers and Ukrainian speakers, but for a long time, especially after this revolution of 2014, people don't care languages, it's just manipulation. And Putin, this time he annexed Crimea, and Ukraine was very weak this time, and we had no army really. That's why we gave him Crimea without any shoot. So it was he just put his army there, and it was illegal annexion. He made illegal referendum, and people went and get Russian passports, and the Crimea in one day became Russian. And then he started war events in Donbass, in Donetsk, Lugansk, and it became real war. If Crimea he took without any shoot, in Donbass people started to fight with Russian soldiers, and we still had conflict. It was not conflict, as he told, between Russian speakers and Ukrainian speakers. It was war between Russian soldiers and Ukraine.
If I may ask you,
Yes.
What is your personal intake regarding the belief of Kremlin regarding Putin's perspective by reuniting, getting back to USSR situations or the Soviet, perspective? Do you have a personal conviction that you can, apart from whatever is going on, do you have a personal conviction? Do you agree that, Ukraine and Russia and other territorial, areas will be, join force and get back to the Soviet Union?
It is impossible. And you can see now that, and all the world sees that Ukraine and Russia, okay, we were called brothers before Belarus, Russia, and Ukraine. We are all a Slavic nation. We have same roots from the start of creation of our nations, but you can see how different we are. We fight for our rights, we fight for our freedoms. When we not agree our mentalities, that we come and try to fight even with our presidents. We try to show our point of view, but Russian people, even now, they know what is going on in Ukraine. More than 6,000 Russian soldiers are killed, but they still afraid to go out and to say, Putin, stop this war.
Yeah, based on that, I would like to ask you, so if you like to understand, have they invaded into the capitals of Ukraine? Have they invaded to Kiev and other capitals of Ukraine that the situation has getting worse over there?
I don't know if I express my point of view. Right now, we have only same language, Russian. Some people speak Russian, and in Russia they speak Russian. But we are too much different, and we never want to get back to Russia, because Russia even treats their people badly, and we don't see any future there. It is middle times, even worse than middle times, what is going on there. About situation in Ukraine in general, as I told you, war started in 24th of February at 5 o'clock, almost in all cities of Ukraine. We heard bombing. He started with bombing military airports, military bases, and he told on his TV that he starts operation of demilitarization of Ukraine. Somehow he always felt that Ukraine is nothing. Ukraine doesn't exist. Ukraine is not an independent country. It is just some part of Russia. Always he thought like this. And he told his people that he starts a demilitarization of Ukraine. It is special.
Have you gotten any help from NATO or America or any allies to the Ukrainians?
No, officially we started to get some weapon also from the United States. Thank you. Not long ago, only after a few days when the world saw that how Ukraine fights, because nobody really believed that we can fight, we can stand against one of the strongest armies in the world. But today is the 6th day and still no big city is captured, occupied by Russia. They didn't, we can say that his Operation Blitzkrieg, like Hitler plan, Putin decided to make same in Ukraine. Just in a few days, he planned to occupy Ukraine, occupy Kiev, kill president and all administration, change his, put his puppet government, and that's all, and control Ukraine. But it didn't happen like that, because I'm sure that, as I told you, they have very totalitarianism in their country, and even his close people, they are afraid to tell him the truth. Nobody told him the truth, and he thought that somehow some people, Russian speaking, still waiting for Russia here, but nobody is waiting for them. They are orcs, they are invaders. That's why his big mistake, we think, was that he was not scared, he was not updated, he was not interested about real situation and real attitude of Ukrainians to his policy and to Russia.
I'm so happy that you did state that you and your family have decided to stay back in Ukraine to fight and do your best and help the society and help your members and your country. I watch a video, a news that I see some people are evacuating. Do you have any measures, or has any country come into your aid in terms of evacuation? Like, we see some women, children are evacuating, by the guys or the men are staying back. And my second advanced question is that has the government, facilitated any kind of military skills or military equipment to also fight back in the defense of Ukraine?
Thank you for your question. I also didn't answer previous one. I mean, countries do not sell, they send us nowadays weapon, and also the United States, but nobody sends us officially their soldiers, because I understand also they are afraid to provocate the Third World War, but it's already war, just they do not want officially to send their armies to be officially in this war. But nowadays, today, people, volunteers, soldiers, volunteers came from Georgia and from other countries already. They are in Ukraine and they joined Ukrainian army. And right now, we get every hour we get weapon from Europe and from the United States to feel more strong. But I can say also, after we had war in Donbass in 2014, we didn't lose these 8 years, and we made Ukraine stronger, and our soldiers trained also because they fight it. It was real war in Donbass. So these 8 years we spent to make ourselves stronger. So now we can fight against the strongest army in the world, one of the strongest. So about your question, as I told you, we closed countries to Ukraine. They help a lot. I have friends in Bulgaria, in Moldova, in Romania, and they organized volunteer organizations. They made groups in Facebook and Telegram everywhere. And organize logistics from the border of Ukraine to Romania, to Bulgaria, just closest countries. And sorry, and they also provide for free accommodation. They provide food. Two friends of mine are in Moldova. They are hosted. One friend is in Bulgaria. She's hosted with her small kid. So we are very grateful. Really, all the world is united in this war. Our government also tries not tries, but organizes evacuation on railway. By railway station, there are some trains every day from Kiev to the western part of Ukraine or to Poland, for example. So people who want to evacuate, they still can do it. But my personal opinion is that it was possible to do more or less safely in the first day, because now the Russian orcs, they started to shoot civil people. They started to shoot people who are driving their cars, just not military people. They are bombing schools. Many children already are killed. So it is something crazy. It is genocide, and it is really more safe to stay in place where you are than to try to immigrate, try to evacuate.
Yeah. Yeah, this reminds me, there's one current video circulating all over social media and local and international news that based on this evacuation, some of the Africans are being left out. So they are not giving them the access to migrate from the war zone to where they feel like they want to get a peace. Do you have any intake about that? Have you heard that issues?
Not really.
Oh, okay. My next question is that I understand that NATO, Americans don't want to invade and, start the third world war or something like people are trying to agitate or trying to call for. But have you seen a lot from NATO, which, they are the main security agent that's supposed to take care of this situation?
You mean if I'm satisfied with the position of the United States or not in this conflict?
Yeah, United
States. I think they can do the better. I think the reality.
Okay, let me put it this way. Like you in your conversation, you did mention that it's like United States, you haven't gotten enough aid from all those countries like Britain and United States. But now you're getting some kind of assistance from your neighboring countries. And do you have a regret, like, you haven't gotten what's like you were expected from the United States?
I try not to judge situation because I know that every country and such big country has its policy, has its situation, and just I'm happy that right now all the countries are united. Also, the United States and Great Britain, they are leading this process, and European countries. I also want to mention about sanctions, so that all Europe and the United States, they have same position, and for example, Europe Russia will suffer, already suffers economically, because in a few words, Europe and also the United States, they canceled all economical relations with Russia, and now Russian currency is collapsing in comparison with dollar. Russian stock market is closed; it can't open because of crazy situation. So soon, if Russia doesn't stop, it will be totally isolated from all the world. That's why I'm very grateful that the United States and Europe, they join together and they have same position, and they support us both economically and also maybe yesterday or just a few days ago, they started to help us more actively, sending military weapon, etc.
Yeah. We've recently heard that U.S. sanctioned Russia. I mean, what is your intake?
Sorry?
We've recently heard that the U.S., the President Biden has, imposed some kind of sanctions to the Russians and the Putin. What is your intake? Have you heard anything about that?
About sanctions?
Yeah.
Yes, I always follow the news nonstop, so I aware about all the sanctions that they implement, and also I can say that I can say thanks to Russia, because today it was very great event for Ukraine. Ukraine was accepted as a candidate to the European Union. Today, Euro Commission in a special procedure accepted Ukraine as a candidate, and we will join the European Union soon as a member.
There is also this news circulating that President Zelensky of Ukraine and President Putin has had a resolution, meeting, a meeting just to bring a resolution. Have you heard about that, and what's your intake?
I follow, as I told you, all the news all the time. I can say real situation about this meeting. Yesterday, this meeting took place, but it is totally fake. Russia and Belarus, they try to show they are negotiating, but in fact, during this meeting, they were still bombing our cities all over Ukraine, and they didn't stop bombing. As you know, when parties have negotiations, even if they are in war, they stop fight during negotiations, but they didn't. And in fact, position of Russia, even it is loses now in Ukraine. It is obvious that Ukraine is going to win, because for 6 days they can't, as I told you, they can't occupy any big city. They plan to do it in 1 day, in 2 days, but they are losing too much people. People are hungry. They have no weapon. They have no petrol for their tanks, so they are losing situation. They are not controlling, and still they told us their position is demilitarization. We need to give them back Crimea, and we need to have neutral status, so never join NATO or any European organization, just to stay controlled by Russia. It was their position. So, and Ukraine told that our position is that Russian soldiers leave Ukraine, both from Crimea and both from Donetsk, and leave our territory as it was before 2014. And after this negotiation, it was just first round of negotiations. And after this, they started bombing us like hell. They started bombing Kiev. They started bombing Kharkov with very aggressive way, and just to again to manipulate and to press in the second round of negotiations. So in fact, it is just they're showing the world they are trying to make negotiations, but it is fake, because they do not change their position. It is not possible.
So regarding that, is there any expectation you're expecting from the United States and the other world, allies to Ukraine?
I don't think so. It will happen officially, but as I told you, many volunteers come already, and maybe already there are volunteers from the United States, but I don't know about them, but they are already here. Also, I can say that Turkey in this situation helps us a lot. Maybe you heard we bought very high sorry for my English because I can forget some words. Technical high developed technique. It is called Bayraktar.
Okay.
Like planes without. These are special planes without pilot. Just I'm talking with very simple words. I'm not a military person, but these planes they bomb all the technique tanks of Russia, and one plane can bomb. Yesterday, one plane bombed more than 300 tanks. It is like joystick. You use manipulator, and this plane comes and fights. It is very high level equipment, and we have a lot. And Erdogan helps us also. So we are very optimistic.
Oh, that's good. I'm very much appreciated today. I think your earlier submission, you did mention that you and your family are helping and trying to survive yourself and other members of the society is good. Do you have any local agencies, local organization that is also helping to,
Yes, thank you for your question. I personally, I'm a member of a business club in Mykolaiv. It is called Mridi. The translation is Dream and Act. And now it is business organization and social organization. We try to make our city better. We invest as a businessman. We invest in developing of our city, but now we sent our money, and also we organized a collection of money, and people donate all over Ukraine and all over the world who wants to support our local defense hospitals. So we buy things for army, for soldiers that are based in my city. We buy them products, we buy them teplevizors, everything they need, everything that we can get. We have special chats in Telegram, and it is non-stop information. They send us, we need this, and we organize. We collected, I think, more than in a few days, we collected $500,000 around like that, just from local people. It's like that. We also people are making Molotov cocktails. People just go themselves to fight with tanks. It is a big example of union. People are united everywhere. Yes, we're not only waiting for the help of the world. We showed already the world that we can stand ourselves. And the world, when it was shock for everyone, even for us, that we can do it, that we are so strong, and that we can fight Russia. And the world and the United States, they saw this, and they started helping more effectively. They saw this genocide, they saw these bombings, they saw this crazy scenes, because it's not a normal war, it's something crazy going on there. That's why now we are more united, and we feel this support.
But do you have any international fundraising activity going on, or you have any international fundraising in terms of donations, I mean, to come into your aid? Is there anything that your organization or any local organizations are doing for, no matter where somebody finds himself, we can just send something to you guys?
Yes, we opened accounts in dollars, in euro, and people from Europe and the United States, they can donate personally. If we talk about big international organizations, I think they work mostly with government organizations or some volunteers who work close to Ministry of Defense, and they work more globally, and we work more locally with some smaller organizations from Poland and some close countries. They also collect in some support, some medical help, and we are now organized logistics between Ukraine and these closed countries, and we will receive all this help. So everyone is doing something what he can.
Yeah, I'll be much privileged and be much happy if you can just give me your platform so that I can just, put it on my social media platform to send, and people can send something to you directly.
Yes, I mean, it is, I understand that donation, it is something that person decides himself. It is our local, I mean, you can donate locally, and you can donate also for Ukraine. There are Ukrainian funds that help soldiers. There are official accounts of Ministry of Defense. So that's why I can provide you general information so that people in the United States who want, they can choose the way and where to donate.
Yeah. How soon are you expecting this war to end?
I can say that for sure we hope it's for the quick end, but I'm not sure. I think that we need to be ready to fight. I can't say how many days, but more days we survive, more stronger we become. And I can say that in Ukraine we have such saying, we always repeat it, glory to Ukraine, glory to heroes. And yes, we feel heroes now, and for sure we will do our best to win this war.
Yeah,
especially now. Having the support of the world, and yes, we will do it.
You have made me so proud and very happy about your optimistic, that you guys will fight to the end. I mean, that's what we're expecting. I know that whatever is going on is not something good. I mean, when I spoke to you last time, you told me, oh, they are bombing, they are doing this, you can talk. I was like, wow. It's something that it beats my imagination and my thinking. I haven't experienced war in my life before, so I really don't want to experience it. I mean, it's not something good anybody can experience. I thank you very much, Veronica, for your enthusiastic and your confidence joining me live on all my platforms. And then I believe as time goes on, I'll contact you and you'll give me some updates as to what exactly is going on. I'm so much enthused with your confidence and your optimistic persona. Is there anything you want to say finally before we bring the interview into a close?
I want to thank all the Americans who follow the situation and who have active position. I know that many really follow, many donate, many help on each part they can do. So thank you for your help, and together we will do it. We will fight with this monster, and this will go to an end. Oh. Glory to Ukraine.
I know, Ukraine.
And you say glory to heroes. I say glory to Ukraine, and you say
glory to Ukraine.
Glory to heroes.
Glory to the heroes of Ukraine. I am so proud of you. And, as a lawyer and an astute lawyer, you defending your country as a woman. I saw so many women leaving the country. That was yesterday, leaving, to the neighboring countries and other stuff. But you still there. I am so proud of you, and you are so strong. One day I'll come to Ukraine when everything has, rested, and then I'll come and visit you one day.
Yeah, so you're welcome. I also want to say that how can we ask for help from the world if we don't defend
That's what I asked you about. Yeah.
That's why we can't. We're not allowed to ask for help if we don't show that we need this. We fight.
Okay.
We can do it. That's why I can't leave.
Okay. But you are helping. So if there is any help that's supposed to come to you too, I don't think it's bad. I mean, as you can, like, I have my followers and my, they can also wish to send you something. I mean,
I'm very grateful for this opportunity because yesterday I received a message from one American guy, and he told me that, Veronica, how are you? I hope the war will never start in Ukraine. And I was in shock because it is 6th day of war, and this person is in the United States, and he doesn't know even that the war is going on already.
I know.
Just, I don't know, maybe I understand that you have your life, you have your problems, you have your work, you have your stuff, and you don't follow all the time. But maybe I thought maybe really media doesn't show enough, and it is very great opportunity that you can show it on YouTube, and more people can know the real situation.
Yeah, I forgot to ask you this question. What about your kids? Do you have kids, by the way?
No, I don't have kids.
Okay.
Maybe so I can't judge women who are living the country with kids.
Okay.
It's their personal decision.
Decision, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe if I'm a mom with small kids, I will also leave country to save kids, but I don't know.
I know. That was just by the way. I just wanted to know how they are doing, because it's so sudden to see, kids going through this kind of situation and women going through this kind of situation. But I see you are a hero, and you are tough. You stand to defend your country.
I'm a fighter.
Yeah, I know you are, because all the time you're trying to give me videos, and I wonder how you could go out there to capture some videos and send it to me. I'm so proud of you, and I will say kudos.
Glory to Ukraine.
My glory to Ukraine. My greetings to your family, and I'll get back to you in a few days to see how you are doing. I'll keep on, as we have our chat, and I will chat you all the time to see how you are doing and faring. All right.
Thank you very much.
You have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.